welcome back to the Average Bros Podcast. This is episode 8, and we are going to talk about Halo Infinite a lot today, and I cannot wait. How are you guys doing? How's your week been?
Good. I'm glad to be back here.
I'm putting a
So
dog
far.
kennel up.
The dog kennel up.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
At
as you can
the
see
office?
if you're watching. Wait, yeah. Wait, at the office?
Yeah.
Wait, do you take your dog with you?
Yep.
Amazing. If you're watching on
he's
YouTube,
he's not great trained, so.
Oh, I gotcha. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see that there's 4 voices but only 3 faces. David is at work currently, so definitely appreciate him taking time to join us via audio. Darren has stuff going on tonight, so it's gonna be the 4
Is he
of us.
playing D&D?
No, he just said he had some stuff he had to take care of. So
Understandable.
I don't think he would ditch us for
No,
doing
yeah.
that.
He literally plays D&D, though, 100%.
No, he does. He's got like
That's
some
cool.
buddies from
I
like
do
school
that.
that he does. Yeah, I guess we can just jump into
I knew
it.
I like Darren. I knew I like Darren an extra amount, and I love you guys.
We'll be sure to tell him that. Yeah, so the big Halo Infinite reveal. I mean, I guess you can't really call it a reveal. It was just the. I don't know what you'd
Well,
call
it was a
it.
multiplayer
No,
reveal.
it was a
Yeah,
reveal. Yeah.
It was a multiplayer
Yeah.
reveal.
It was revealing. I felt
That
revealed.
happened, and they didn't do. They just sandwiched it in the middle of a bunch of other stuff. And I was
Yeah, I
kind
thought
of
that was weird.
I mean, I was surprised it was in the middle, but I called that they had to watch the time.
You did.
They
Say
did.
that.
They did.
I knew it wouldn't be in the beginning. That's all I said.
I thought it'd be the end for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was thinking the end of the presentation.
Yeah, I was thinking second half for sure.
I don't know. I mean, everything they showed, because it was kind of 2 parts, right? It was the campaign, and then they showed the multiplayer. I loved the stuff they showed in the campaign. Like when they, I don't know if they showed Master Chief or something. Then they just kind of pan out, and you can just see just this huge expanse that you can explore everything in. Apparently, I don't know. I just thought that was really cool.
And I have
It looks beautiful.
the updated the campaign levels compared to last year look way better.
Yeah, definitely.
You got
Like
new
guns and all.
new Cortana too.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that part. So that actually confused me as like a lore person. Like that confused me.
Yeah, I want to know what.
Well, I mean,
how they
there was a
connected
bunch of hints that it was going to be a new Cortana because I think from last year there's like the chip that he grabs there's like coding on it, and if you look into it, the code was like a new weapon. So everyone assumed like, all right, this is going to be a new AI to take out Cortana. So
Well, that part didn't confuse me. The part that confused me was when the other new Cortana basically says like, yeah, your job was to like basically take Cortana to the infinity for deletion, as if that he had already defeated her.
Yeah.
Or
well, he didn't remember. He doesn't remember, so I'm sure we're gonna find out what happened.
Homie's got Alzheimer's, bro. He's like 90.
Very old, for sure.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's it. What was I gonna say? I'm sorry. The new Cortana was just like confusing a little bit. I don't know. Like, I just want to know how they're gonna tie it together because, like you were saying, David, like last we saw in Halo 5, she was like about to take over the universe.
Yeah, no, she like shows up in front of the infinity.
Yeah.
And then they show like that the Halo ring at the, which I'm assuming that the Halo ring they show at the legendary end of Halo 5 is the ring that you're probably on in Halo Infinite.
I think it's what, Zeta Halo?
Zeta Halo.
Zeta. No, I'm a lore kid, guys. If you didn't know.
No, same. I love the lore.
I know so
I
much
didn't.
about
It didn't
this
really.
video
It
game.
just didn't. It didn't confuse me. I just saw it and I was like, all right, this is cool. We can see what happens.
Yeah.
Whatever, Maddie, man. Whatever.
I don't think about it too much.
I think they'll probably dive into it as well. Like, I doubt that's like the only introduction she's
Well,
getting.
yeah,
No,
that's
for sure.
that's probably
yeah.
that's probably in the middle of the campaign. Yeah.
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 I'm surprised they didn't show more campaign. I thought it was going to be more campaign
same.
and less multiplayer.
I think we were trying to discuss that, right? Like if it was gonna be like
Yeah.
50-50 or like how much. But I guess that answered our question of what
I feel
was
like
gonna
it
be
was
shown
like.
more.
I mean, it seemed like it was
heavy.
pretty 50-50, didn't it?
No.
I think it was like 75-25.
Yeah.
Between multiplayer to campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the only campaign stuff they showed was in the very beginning,
They showed
and
that
then they
whole
just
cutscene and everything.
it wasn't a whole
It
cutscene. It was like a few minutes.
was just
Even
him
no, not even.
flying
It was like
through, and then
yeah, it was like 2 minutes I think of campaign maybe, and then like whatever 8 more minutes of like multiplayer and a bunch of stuff. That I honestly think that's pretty dope. Um, I hope that they release like a sort of video like that, but more diving more into the campaign, which is funny because now that I got multiplayer stuff, I'm like, all right, cool, kind of checks out, like checks whatever boxes I thought I had or whatever. Like I was telling Maddie,
Same.
I don't really set expectations for myself, but I saw that they're implementing some like what is it like a firing range type style, like where
Mhm.
Apex has it or Valorant has it, where you can go and train and just like there's like that movement training or whatever. Like that is all that kind of stuff is super dope to see in a game like Halo because it's stuff that you do anyway, right? It's stuff that you see like
Yeah.
shy away jump in and just like explore a map. Like, what are you going to be able to do with that? And if you're going to be able to like utilize like Forge with that kind of stuff, I think it opens up a lot of cool things creatively for Halo, which is something I think Halo has been missing for a little bit. Just because like Halo 3 Forge was like custom games back then. I'm sure the people that lived through it can remember it extensively, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, the
So
training area is called the Academy.
the
Colin.
academy, yeah, that's dope. I'm gonna be there for a while.
I don't know.
Also cool too because it's a place to warm up too instead of you
Yeah,
having to go into a playlist and
or a quick play in Halo 5, where you're just getting your butt kicked
yeah, yeah,
by the sweatiest
exactly.
players on the game. Still,
Yeah,
What is
it
it you
looked
have to
cool.
do
Like
now?
they had a movement course. There's a
yeah,
shooting range. It looked like they
bots.
had like small maps that you can play bots on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's awesome.
I'm
I
looking
love
forward
that.
to bots. I think that's gonna be fun.
Well, what's
Uh,
cool, they said if you can make custom games and say you don't have 8 players, you have 6. You can fill in the bots as the last 2 players.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
cool. So that reminds me of like Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, true. Because like it makes sense though, right? Because in a game like Halo, you have, or I guess you can look at it as Call of Duty. Like, I used to play a lot of COD back in like Black Ops 1 when they first did that kind of system where they had bots and they had like the same gamer tags your friends did on your friends list, and you could set their difficulty by like what is it, normal, what are their levels and whatever,
Like
veteran and all that.
recruit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then in Halo, it makes sense that you'd be able to do something similar where you can make the bots like normal, heroic, legendary, or even like mythic, where
Yeah.
they're just got aim bots and you're
It's
just trying to
literally
outgun these
Frosty.
guys. Like,
And the,
I,
the reasoning why they said they added was I thought was awesome too. Like they said it's especially useful for new players
yeah,
to get in and all right, before you just jump in and start playing people who've been playing forever,
yeah,
go play some bots
Yeah.
and get down pretty much
Yeah.
like the basics, I guess.
yeah.
So you
I
won't
think,
just get
Yeah.
destroyed.
They
mhm.
even mentioned talking about like the general like vocabulary of Halo 2, which is interesting. I'm curious what they would include as Halo vocabulary in regards to multiplayer.
Probably like
Yeah.
sticking somebody, things like that
Right,
that are
like
like right.
crouch shooting, like crouch jumping,
Yeah,
etc.
I wonder if they're
Doggy
gonna.
hopping, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably gonna be a thing. I was gonna say maybe like I wonder if ADS thing with like a sword is gonna be a thing in Infinite. It doesn't look like it, but maybe like little tips and tricks like that where they
Yeah.
show you how to like maneuver around a map and be efficient with like your equipment. It'll
Yeah.
show us all probably how to use the active camo feature now and like the overshield feature and all that. So that should
Mhm.
be pretty cool.
Hope
Also, by the way, that feature is dope. I think it's kind of
hopefully.
Yeah.
awesome.
I had a question about that I put out on Twitter was if like I'm curious, granted the chances of it happening are very slim, but say I grab camo and I just like go duck and this camo respawn after like 2 minutes.
Hmm.
That's what I wonder
And then you
too.
have 2 people with camos on the map.
Hmm.
Like not if I can stack it personally, but if like you and another player could both
Yeah,
have camo.
yeah.
Like a teammate or something.
Yeah.
Dude,
So I'm
imagine
wondering
your
how
whole team gets camos, you guys all pop them. 2 minutes left in the game.
But that's
Literally
the
just a
thing.
squad
Couldn't
of 4
now?
predators.
Yeah.
Now
Or
was it
overshields.
Halo 1 or is it Halo 3? Where you could do that though. Like you could do that with weapons because of how like spawning worked with weapons. So you could basically like the weapon wouldn't respawn until that weapon was dropped or you died.
Mhm.
that's Halo 3.
Yeah, that's Halo
It's Halo
3.
Three.
Okay,
Okay, then
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's similar to that then in regards to like making sure that you can just take a power up, not use it yet, obviously because the new function, and then just make sure it never even spawns. Like
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that makes the whole timing interesting because like now
Right.
like people call out when they got it, so they know 2 minutes or whatever
Yeah.
from now it's going to
Yes.
respawn again. But now
And
Yeah.
if you never know because it's sitting on the ground somewhere.
Yeah.
right. And well, now and also you're gonna have to realize too that like you're gonna have onto it like potentially for like a couple minutes or something, unless it pops the version immediately.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think staying alive for that long will be difficult at any level. Like I
right? Yeah,
imagine,
that's
like,
why I preface
yeah, the
with
best example for me, that comes to mind is Frosty doing it in like MLG Orlando 2018. I literally looked it up on YouTube. I don't know that off the top of my head. But I
Yeah,
remember
super
there was yeah, I remember Devious Grown Alliance released a video of Frosty being alive for 6 whole minutes. And
That's insane.
like imagine in that time, if you are assuming that it's like every 2 minutes a camo spawns, his team would have had accumulated 3 camos, potentially. So
That's,
like
yeah,
Crazy.
that's pretty crazy.
yeah, it's pretty actually on that map it was Plaza, so it'd be three overshields, which
Yeah,
is even scarier.
gosh.
But that kind of I'm excited for those kind of features. I like that I think the what the trailer did for me is that it showed some of the best parts about different Halos that I really enjoy. Like Halo 3
yes.
was equipment usage and like the variety of equipment. That I always thought that was really, really fun. The sandbox as well was really, really cool. Infinite nostalgia with that game.
Yeah.
I think the Halo Reach, something about Halo Infinite reminds me of Halo Reach. I saw somebody else
No,
post about it
same,
on Twitter,
same
and
here.
I still can't pinpoint what it is.
I
Maybe
wonder
It
like
if
the
it's
reminded
like
me
the
more
movement
of
is
four.
similar.
customization.
It
A
has
little
it
bit.
That as
definitely yeah.
well. Yeah,
It has
definitely that.
rich customization, but to me, it had
More
more the look
intensive.
of Halo 4, like the grittiness on the
Yeah,
armor and the guns.
yeah, which
It's
is
like
cool.
I took away from it. It's like it looked like if you mixed Halo 3 and 5.
Yeah, and
It's like,
that's
and in
yeah,
my head, I'm like, this is like what a proper Halo 4 should have been, type of thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you don't have the crazy movement, but you still have equipment.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
it's
feel
like
like Call of Duty, but
yeah,
it feels like an advanced Halo, but not at the Halo 5 level and not
right,
definitely not at the Halo 4 level. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's like the sweet spot that they've been trying to nail for a while. So I'm excited. I think it'll be fun.
I want to be able to go through that academy thing and have a Spartan running beside you showing you how to do everything, but it's Clutch's voice. Like I want Clutch to be
Oh
the drill
man.
instructor.
The fact that you can customize your AI, you
I
don't think they're
can't
gonna
wait
get
for
somebody
that.
like Samuel L. Jackson to like voice over your AI? Like, are you
That'd
kidding
be
me?
awesome.
Yeah, if Halo blows up enough, and I mean, they did have a number one trending video on YouTube for like 3 days or something crazy, or at least two. Like, dude, I mean, they're gonna at least sell out and ask Ninja to come back for an AI voice or
Well, did
something
you see the
for
video
sure.
Sims put up
No,
of that? It was
no, it
basically
is.
he just
I
took the clip of them of the
wait, what
Spartan
video?
putting his deal in the back of his head, and it was that
Yeah.
the sound bite from that infamous clip of Ninja yelling at that little kid.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did. I didn't know he
It's so
posted that.
great.
That's funny. That
Uh,
is good.
dude, there's so many like possibilities with the
Yeah.
voice packs and stuff.
Yeah, I still wish they did. They took like the commentators and made
Yeah.
them so they commentated the matches.
That'd be
Oh.
cool.
Oh, that'd
Oh
be sweet.
man.
Like instead of the announcer, you heard the Sims or Bravo or
Golden Boy.
Yeah.
yeah, one
Yeah,
of
I think
them.
commentating the match would be too distracting, but, like, those call
No, yeah,
outs or
not
whatever
like
of,
play
like
by play,
yeah.
but
No, no, I
That would
get
be
you.
awesome.
Yeah. Like,
That'd actually be
"Your
sweet.
your flag's been taken," that kinda thing, but it's, like, on set saying it or Bravo, like you said, like
Dude, that would actually be so cool.
yeah.
Do you think that that there's actually going to be a lot of AI voices, or do you think it's going to be like 5?
I could see it being in the, like, I don't know if it'll reach the teens, but I could see, like, 10, maybe a
I bet
dozen.
over time it will.
I think,
I
Yeah.
bet it starts out
yeah,
with like four.
I think it's gonna be something you pick up in the battle pass.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a
Yeah,
good
like,
point.
they'll be adding more and more
Yeah,
as yeah, for sure.
And
I see
speaking
that
of
too.
the
What
battle
did you
pass,
guys?
wait, what were you saying, David?
Mhm.
I just said, did you guys see that some guy on Twitter said that he ran into the voice actor of Commander Keyes from Halo 1, and he said that he
Whoa.
was recording lines for Infinite.
oh yeah,
Oh,
I saw that tweet. Yeah,
cool.
Hmm.
I like that. The
So people
Arbiter
were
being
suggesting
your
that.
AI voice?
Oh my
Well,
god.
see
people were
the thing though,
suggesting that it was for the AI.
one of the
For
things
sure.
I didn't like about Infinite though, I didn't like like I think the AI idea was cool, but I didn't like the one they to
Oh,
me,
like
it
Yeah,
sounded
yeah.
like it was like to me, it was almost like annoying. Like, get out of my ear! I don't
was
need
it
you
that
to show
voice
me.
from ODST Dot or
I don't
whatever?
know, but it's like
Or no,
No,
that's
the
Reach.
it was
ODST one
to
was a
me. It
little
was like
different.
it was saying too much.
Yeah.
You know, it was like I don't want to talk
Surely
to you. Just let me do
they'll.
my thing right
I was gonna say, surely they'll let you turn it off if you
I was
want.
I was gonna
I'm
now. I
sure.
say,
think so.
I think if they're going with this full or this amount of customization, something that would be really good is to maybe turn down or turn up the amount that your AI announces, perhaps. Like,
Yeah.
maybe like have an amount, like, oh, have it on low, like at the lowest setting where it's only like the really big things like double
Yeah,
kill, triple kill, like, those moments rather than like the enemy took your flag, like we have to get our flag back like every 3 seconds or something. Like,
Yeah.
dude, please.
Yo. Okay. So speaking of like triple kill and overkill, where are the emblems?
I didn't
they
see any
said.
medals.
I think it was Unishek. He said on Twitter that medals will be in the game. Was
Mm. Just nobody was hitting
Okay.
clips during the recording.
Yeah,
Well,
and if you think
one
about it,
guy
that's
does get an
something they can
overkill with
just.
a
That's
hammer.
something you could just
Oh,
throw in
okay.
later.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does. That's
Sure,
something
sure, sure. I
easy
was
to.
just making sure.
And it said in the kill feed, it said like
Okay.
so and so got an overkill, but there wasn't like a medal or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Your
Uh,
team's getting dumped on.
Yeah.
It's just like don't be the overkill. You're just like
Hey
hyping
man, just got shit on.
That's funny.
Like, damn,
That's
this
a whole
AI is
lot.
pissing me off.
Yeah,
Turn it off.
What did you guys
takes it
think
out, throws it
about the
back.
battle pass? How they're gonna have like it's different seasons, but once you buy a battle pass, you have that forever. Like it doesn't expire, and you
Oh,
can
that's the
purchase
best way to
old
do it.
ones. I
Yeah,
love that.
that's how like people were right when they were saying that they're using MCC as a test. That's how
Yeah.
it is with MCC.
Mm.
You can go all the way
Yeah.
back to the first set of like armor pieces and still unlock them.
I love that.
Honestly,
Just
I think that's like the perfect way to do it because you see it in Fortnite where, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's more accessible and it's a lot more fun for everybody when you're able to access things that maybe you just weren't around for the first season. Maybe you didn't hear about
Yeah.
this
Right
game
back.
till like a year later, and you're
Mhm.
like 12, you're 12 battle passes late. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like everybody has all this stuff, and but if you happen to be rich or just have a lot of money or whatever, like you're like, oh, I can just do the same stuff or progress it
Yeah,
like
I
naturally through
remember
the game.
watching maybe I was watching like Tim or I was watching some streamer where they even said like they weren't around, but they had someone log in just so they could buy their the
Oh
battle
yeah,
pass because they
yeah.
weren't, because
They don't
if
want to
you
miss it.
missed it, yeah.
Yeah,
But no, the
yeah.
Yeah,
battle
I remember.
pass is great. It's great.
I think people were even doing that on their phones somehow.
Yeah. No, through the
Like they
app, I
were,
think.
yeah,
Fortnite
yeah,
app.
through the app. Yeah, they were buying it. They would just log in and buy it to their phone
Yeah.
because people just didn't want to miss it.
Which is potentially what they're gonna do with this too, because they even mentioned the app and like the like
Yeah,
waypoint and stuff and like you being able to, which has been a thing forever, but it's cool that they're like talking about it again where you can like look at
yeah.
your appearance and stuff like that
And
on there.
I'm really never even on Waypoint. So like if they actually like worked on the app to where it was a lot more functional and
Yeah.
smooth, then I would use it. Like
I
The
easily.
was on it
screenshot
a
they
lot.
showed was the
Yeah.
screenshot they showed looked really good.
The UI looked
Yeah,
clean, yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
yeah.
I used Waypoint a lot way back in the day for sure. I use it for a ton of things. I love
I would
stat
sell my rec
progression
packs
and really.
because you could
Oh,
you
you
could
can do it in
click
bulk,
on
right?
one and select
Yeah,
like multiple rather than do one at
yeah,
a time.
very true.
That's a good
Yeah, that
point. I
was.
didn't think about that.
What'd you guys think about the weapons?
Uh,
I thought that they were cool. Part of me, and it could be purely just for the trailer, that they were filming,
Yeah.
but like even Big Team Battle, I thought there was like
Okay.
too much of everything
Hmm.
going on at you know,
Mhm.
it's because
David?
it seemed like everyone had a different weapon,
Mhm.
and there was to me it looked like there was way too many vehicles. Like it was cool to see
Mhm.
like what they have available,
Yeah.
but it reminded me of like I think in Halo 4 the big team battle maps have too many vehicles.
I don't even remember Halo 4
Yeah.
big
But
yeah,
team
I don't
battle.
either.
that's what it looked like to me. But like I said, it could purely be just for cinematic,
Right.
trailers, just to
Right.
show off
Just make
what's
it,
there.
yeah, make it really
I
like
mean,
But
what
loud.
do
it
you
seemed like
what do you think
everyone
about
had a
time to
different weapon.
kill?
What's that?
What do you think about time to kill? Like the TTK?
Did it
The
look
there's
like really
one
high?
gun that was ridiculous. The
It looks.
Oh,
Some
I
new
of it looks
the new
super
burst
fast.
the new burst rifle, the Covenant burst rifle.
Yeah.
It was like a
oh,
one shot
yeah.
burst first,
Yeah.
and then like a beatdown.
Like-
They killed
Well,
him.
It's like
well, even like that. Was it the Commando? That looked like
Mhm.
it shoots like it kills really quick too.
That was, I think it was 5 shots, and 2
I was
were in the
gonna
head.
say, I was gonna also bring up though, if we're talking about like crazy guns and stuff like that, I think Halo 5 was a crazy example of doing it like overdoing it, right? Where every gun
yeah.
had 5 different versions of it. Like there was 5
Yeah.
different pistols and they all did something crazy. And then the higher levels, like I don't know if you guys played Warzone ever, but like
Oh yeah.
it would get crazier and crazier to the point where you start off with the saw and then you have the answer. And then the answer is just like you're
Ridiculous.
just shooting rockets at people. Like, you know? So I think this lets them, whoever they are, like stretch their wings with let's give them crazy guns and more, things that shoot rockets and these cool pretty lasers and stuff. But for I think for me, I think those are fun for like social game modes. But I don't
Oh
really
yeah.
play those
Yeah.
often,
Whenever I'm talking about everything too, I'm talking strictly competitive. I think is going to be a whole different,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know, it's
excited
going
to
to be a
see
whole
that.
different set of settings, and
Yeah. Just one grappler per map, one spawn.
yeah, there's
And
going to be
then
one grappler on the map. It might be limited to one use. You don't need,
I wonder
because
what the
in
cooldown is on like the grapple and stuff like that. Did we ever see that?
They
well
showed
in
it.
the
He
big
used
team
it
battle, they
twice.
showed him. Yeah, he grapples the what's it
The
called?
rocket
Back to
gun,
back?
whatever that was,
Yeah, that banished rocket,
and then he
not the
grapples onto the
spiker.
wasp.
Yeah, and then he grapples
Right
on the
away?
wasp right after. So that's 2 right there.
Hmm.
But then,
I don't
like
know
I
how I
said,
feel
in
about that.
competitive, it might be just a one. It might be just once.
Or
And
maybe they
there's
add a
also a
cooldown
chance they
for it
don't
in
even have it in
competitive.
competitive. I mean,
I don't think
I think
they'll
it will
have a
be.
grapple on the map for like a one-time use. I doubt that.
Well,
I
if you think
bet you
about it,
it'll be
like
multiple
if it's a
use.
piece of equipment, then it makes
Yeah.
sense because all the equipment is.
but I mean, like,
Not in Halo 5, not in Halo Infinite that we know yet, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're following, because
Position.
they were treating, OS and everything like equipment, like Halo 3. So I'm just thinking if they're going back to Halo 3, everything's a one-time use.
True.
but at the same time,
Yeah,
if they're going back to Halo 3, they didn't have equipment in competitive.
but they didn't reach.
That's
Yeah.
true.
In Reach, they like on the pit, they had evade. They had freaking evade long
Yeah,
haul.
Evade was wild. Do you
And
guys
then
remember
they
those
had
comps?
It's
yeah,
thrust.
like
and then they had like the
thrust.
2 jetpacks. They had the 2 jetpacks on Sank.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they
like
had
yeah,
equipment in comp. Like
yeah. I just remember
it's kind
Royal
of
2
weird, but
evading. Royal 2 evading with the sniper,
yeah,
like going back and back and
Oh
back and
my gosh.
tucking.
yeah,
I'm like,
dude, you're literally like Sonic the Hedgehog. Like the evade and Reach was nutty.
That's funny.
that was a
Yeah,
lot.
it'd be interesting to see what they do, like what the competitive settings are, and then
Yeah.
how they change after.
Yeah, and they're saying, I mean, hopefully it's a lot more responsive than Halo 5 because I remember when I first got into Halo 5, which is still pretty early on in the game, like 2016. Um, competitive had ARs in it for almost like a year
Oh
after
yeah,
that,
well,
and like in 2017, I don't even know if ARs got taken out to like late 2017, so they were in the game for like almost two
it took
years.
way too long.
I'll say
Yeah,
2018
like
was the only worlds that didn't have ARs.
20. I mean, they had a fuel rod cannon in 2017. Like, come on, man, we can't be doing stuff like that.
Frosty's double reload with the
Dude,
fuel rod.
that was
Yeah,
wild.
the infamous double reload. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember Snakebite one time talked about that. I don't want to get on a tangent, but like he just talked about that, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's not the reason we lost, but," and I was like, "No, it's literally
that's
like a
the
huge
reason.
It's
reason
why
why
you
you
lost.
lost." I was like, "I get it. You guys probably made some mistakes here and there, but it did not help that Hook went off with that thing after."
But I
Anyway,
thought the infinite weapons, they all looked dope to me. I liked there's
yeah.
the one there's the gun that did the bank shot, the disintegrating bank shot, that purple.
Oh,
That literally
yeah, it was like
that looked like a plasma caster.
it
To
did
me,
look
it,
like
it
like an
reminded me of
advanced
the
plasma caster.
incineration
Yeah.
cannon. Reminded me of a
Oh.
small
I
incineration
hate the incineration cannon.
To me, it
'Cause
looked more
it-
like a
Well,
plasma
what's
because
that?
caster.
What
it also had the alternate fire. Like the first shot was wide and spread
Oh,
out, and then they
Yeah.
showed it like zoom, like focused in, like the
but
gun closed a
yeah.
little bit, and then it banged. And the if you look at the crosshair, it goes from a horizontal to a vertical.
And that's kind of how the plasma caster was too, though. Remember, you either shoot it once or a bunch of times, and
Right?
it just
Yeah,
went.
it did have the alternate.
So
But
maybe it's like a
what
mixture
was
of the
that one
two.
gun? What was the one gun from like Reach or Halo 4? It was like a plasma caster, but it was like purple.
Oh, what was that?
I can't. That's also what it kind of reminded
The
me of, but I
sticky
cannot
launcher?
remember what it's called.
Yes.
It's not the sticky launcher, right?
Yes. From
Maybe it was. Yeah.
Sticky
right?
launcher thing?
Or there was a sticky detonator,
No.
but that
No,
was
because there's a
that was
sticky
human
detonator, but that
gun.
was a UNSC weapon.
No. There was a sticky
This is
launcher.
like
I remember
It was
I
a
evaded
reach
one
one,
in Big Team
I
Battle and
think.
Reach.
It was either reach or 4, like you said, but you would like hold it down and it would charge up, like,
yeah.
and then it would
Yeah.
That was a sticky launcher for sure.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the official name, but it shot
Yeah.
No,
stickies
I-
and they
that
could
was
like
one.
chase
the
vehicles.
sticky deton. I know what you're talking about, but that reminded me of more of like a fuel rod cannon. The reach.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Well, yeah,
I think
because fuel rods could bounce, right?
Yeah.
I think they redid a lot of the weapons though. Like they took out. I haven't seen like a saw in there or like a scatter shot. I might have seen a scatter
Thank
shot. I don't remember.
God.
Like I haven't
There was
seen
no
a lot
scatter
of those guns. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of the new like Halo 5 guns at all or Halo 4. So I think they scratched all of their weapons. They kept the core Halo guns, which are like the BR, the AR, and then the snipe.
They changed the shotgun though.
Probably alongside. Yeah, probably. Well, the shotgun relatively looks
shotgun.
the same,
Yeah.
but it operates
Well,
a
yeah,
little different.
it's a apparently yeah, it's a completely new shotgun.
That was like a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, it's
when
called
they
a
announced that.
bulldog.
I love the sound of it. The sound of
Yeah.
it was cool. I dug that. All those shotguns and not not a lot of fun.
One of
Do you
two
guys-
things I noticed that when they grappled, no one fired. You couldn't fire your weapon. They
Yeah.
only while they were grappling, there was your weapon wasn't up. It was only after.
Oh
they
yeah, it was
detached.
like you like lower it and you like
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that.
like after you detached from the grapple, then your weapon came up. So it's interesting that you can't. It seems like you can't shoot while grappling.
Yeah.
That's
Which
And
is
then the other
basically
thing-
like the Apex mechanic with Pathfinder. Like it's the
Yeah.
same kind of situation. Like
Yeah.
you usually have to hold your shot till after you grapple, which is still very deadly, but like
Mhm.
at least you're not like shooting rockets as you're grappling. Like
And another thing it looked like on the maps was that the non-power weapons, like the commando or in the
Mhm.
training, they showed the plasma pistol. Everything
Mhm.
was on a rack against the wall, like on the wall.
Oh, I saw that. And I wonder if that is on the map like that, or if it
Or if
was
that's
like in
just for that
training.
cap.
They,
Yeah,
they
like that.
showed a few different maps and the weapons were on the wall. So that's what I
Hmm.
thought was interesting. Not the power weapons, just like the regular, like the
Yeah.
non-power weapons.
I wonder if that's like their way to like put them at like home bases, and then you spawn in, and then maybe like kind of switch your loadout or whatever, without giving you an official loadout like Halo Reach. Because in Reach you had like a pre-selected loadout or whatever. They try to Call of Duty it a little,
Yeah. Same thing with
but
4.
yeah. Oh yeah, true. Forgot about that.
Did you
But
guys
yeah,
talk about
I thought that was interesting. How you had to like, because now you figure starting strats, you're gonna have to run to go pick up a weapon.
Yeah, like who's gonna be what
which I mean
player
that
to
was
run at
kind
what?
of that's kind of how it was already.
Well,
Yeah,
you would
not
run
wrong.
to pick up like power weapons.
No,
But,
like
if the
Like
commando is
Coliseum.
or
No, yeah. If you think about
That's
like
true,
a
that's
map like
true, yeah.
Coliseum, you usually would run up to like the BR or something, or run up to like the DMR, I guess, when you switched it to DMR,
Yeah.
stuff like that, or like the brute shots. You'd always be running into the brute shots.
yeah.
But
Did
yeah,
you guys
this is a
talk about
little
the
different.
vehicles already?
No, not really.
yet.
What did you
Not
guys
at
think of
all.
that? The chopper is back.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
the chopper
I
being back
love the
was my
chopper.
top 5 moment for me in that trailer. Top 5 for sure. I love the
I love
chopper,
it.
dude.
The
I was actually
Razorback
really into
was-
the vehicles back in the day.
the Razorback, which is the Warthog's cousin, they called it. With
Yeah.
Yeah,
the thing about that, they said it has like an inventory,
Mhm.
like you can hold
a
stuff in
little
it.
trunk. Yeah, it has a
Yeah,
trunk.
but so he mentioned like a few different things like that you can put in it, and then to me, I thought of, all right, then if I get out of the car and I go to do it, is there like an inventory thing that pops up and I select to take out of it, or
Or if it's just
or
like a
does it
one,
or does it
one for
literally
one.
just hold one? Like,
Yeah. I was assuming it be like a 1-for-1, especially because I don't know if you
That's what it
saw
looked
like the
like.
latch. It was just
Yeah.
like one gravity hammer, and it was just like holding it. So
Yeah.
I
So
don't
can
know
I
if
stick a fusion coil in there, launch it off of a cliff, jump out, and shoot the fusion coil, blow up a Banshee? Because that would be sweet.
That'd be awesome. That'd
Whoa.
be some battlefield. Some battlefield.
Dude, that is actually sick if you could do that.
That would be sweet.
It's very kamikaze of you.
Well,
But
did you guys see what that what? Did you guys see what that one guy was? Someone asked it on Twitter, and they said, "Can I jump out of my Banshee, rocket launch something, and then grapple back to my Banshee?"
Oh
Oh my
gosh.
God.
Yo, that would be sweet.
Yeah, I mean,
You hope so.
Like,
If you're
Why
good enough,
not?
yeah.
like it's almost like some Battlefield type shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
this
You know
that's
is
what's
exactly what
funny?
happened in Battlefield.
You know what's funny is that Halo Reach had
Yeah.
that level of like multiplayer experience to some degree because of like the jetpacks and stuff. And I remember loving
Yeah.
big team battle in Halo Reach because I did that once with like a Pelican. I like went up and then that sticky launcher was tracking me. So and you can hear the sound of like the dee 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 and like letting
Yeah.
you know that hey, something's coming. So like I jump out, my two teammates stay on, they die. The thing is still operational. As I'm falling, I jump back in, I go and splatter the guy, and it was like I remember it to this day. So you know how iconic those moments are. So for you to be able to do something like that in that game, or like grapple out of or get out of a banshee and then grapple to like a friendly warhog or something and like have it scoop you up, like
That'd
all
be
that kind
sick.
of stuff is super dope.
This is a little off
Especially for like
topic,
social players.
but
Mhm.
did you guys watch? Did you guys watch the whole showcase? Like, did you guys see the Battlefield section of it?
Yeah, yeah.
So they
Yeah.
actually put that into the trailer. Like, there's that clip. I mean, I feel like I've seen it a million times.
Yeah, there's the
Oh
guy
yeah.
who does the rocket.
I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember
did see
what his
that.
name is, but they actually put that
Or
into the trailer.
The Russian dude.
Yeah,
Isn't it a Russian dude? Yeah.
didn't we
so
talk
Did you
about
watch
this? Am I getting deja vu? I feel like we talked about this.
I don't think so.
Is it just me? I'm just getting deja vu, I think. I don't know what's going on.
That's just you. You probably talked with somebody
That
else.
weird.
But yeah, they.
I don't
I
talk
mean,
about
they
that.
literally put that
Did
into
you
the
watch the Did
cinematic
you watch
trailer.
the reaction of the guy
Yes.
watching the trailer?
Yes, he was like
His
almost in
reaction was
tears.
great.
He was,
He started
so
crying.
happy. It was awesome.
Wow.
No,
That's
that
super
was.
dope.
I thought that was really cool. But
It's like a childhood dream for him. Yeah, that's cool.
looking forward to that game as well. But
Running with flag, sprinting with flag, did
Yeah.
not like that.
not sure about
Hopefully
that.
it's not competitive.
Gonna have to just see. I agree. Sprinting with flags a little
Yeah.
hard.
I liked how it was in Halo 5. Like the juggling aspect of like being able to like toss it up. You know, what is it like? You
Yeah.
toss it,
So
you
the
run, you
only
slide, you
sprinting,
jump, you
Just ask
toss, you
TJ. I bet he can
run,
tell
you
you now.
thrust, you know? Yeah, true.
Uh,
It's just like I liked the juggling mechanic in Halo 5. I thought that was pretty fun.
I do
It's
like the
tricky,
fact
but
that there's like it's like a different way to do it. Like, it's I don't know, like the mechanics of it. I love that. It's as opposed to just being like throw it, catch it, throw it, catch it.
yeah.
Like, there's more stuff you can
I
do
think
with it.
I think I'm not as opposed to it just because in like a game like Call of Duty, you can run with the flag
Yeah,
and have your main rifle out.
yeah,
Where like in Halo, it's like you can run with the flag, but you have a little magnum to shoot people back with. So, which in Halo 5 was pretty even ground
yeah.
because
You were
everybody has a
literally
magnum anyway.
you're good.
Yeah. But in I don't know if Infinite's gonna be that same way. So
yeah, from the thing, it just looked like he was just running with it and didn't have a. He had two hands on the flag.
yeah, it's weird. Uh,
That's
if you can lunge at people though, that'd be dope. You're just like running and you melee, you just
interesting.
smack
There's
somebody.
just like a
Like,
spike on the bottom of the flag or something.
yeah,
That'd be sweet.
that kind of stuff is cool.
Uh,
Can't really think about
I like
anything
too.
else.
There was when I was watching the trailer back, I was watching in slow motion, and if you play it in slow motion, there's a bunch of clips where when the Spartan's about to die, you hear them scream like a death
Yeah.
scream, and I
Yeah.
thought it was hysterical.
They-
Especially specifically like when they cut to the clip with the oddball,
Yeah.
and he
He
like
just
flips it in his
smacks
hand
him.
and smacks. But if you play it in slow motion, it's a female Spartan, and she gives out the most horrific scream ever.
Wow. Yeah. I was gonna say
It's
it
like, I
kind of
only
makes
noticed it when
sense.
it was in slow motion.
I feel like it kind of makes sense for them to incorporate that in the multiplayer because the campaign's been like that. Anytime you kill like elites or grunts, they're like, ah, and they
Well, there's
just
blood in
fall
this
over
one
and die.
too.
Hmm.
There's blood when you shoot. There's blood splatter,
I didn't notice that.
like
Like blood in the
not
water.
splatters, but like a mist.
Blood in the water. Yeah, exactly.
So I wonder if it's gonna be rated M for mature again, because Halo 5 was like the
They
first.
said it was gonna be teen, but I don't know if it's rated yet. I don't know if it's rated yet, but 5 was T.
I think 5 was
It's,
the
and
first
it's not
like,
a lot of
FPS
blood. It's
Halo
just
game
like
rated
Not to
T.
make anybody mad, but the fully clothed Cortana might put it at a T automatically.
That's funny.
that's one of the most ridiculous ever.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny.
I was gonna say though about the customization. How do you guys feel about like them incorporating like team skins or something for like competitive or like
Oh
full on
yeah,
skins,
all
in
for it.
relation to something else?
I'll buy every
Yeah.
single.
What
I'll
if you
buy
can mix your
Sentinels.
skins? Let's say, what if you could mix your skins and you have like a Sentinel's helmet with like a
Oh, I don't
Cloud
like
Nine
that.
chest?
I
Do you
don't like
think?
that.
You think
Well, no,
that's a
see, I
BS?
think the way I still think it works is that the coding is a predetermined color scheme.
Okay.
You just change the type of helmet
The style.
pads and everything.
Oh,
You're not
so it's
changing.
like
You
the
don't
full
change your
coat.
color.
Just
Yeah.
the helmet is like
I bet you
Yeah.
team skins would be sold as like an armor coating.
Yeah, I think you'd
Like you
buy a
said.
team like a team coating, but like you said though, you can have like a Sentinels coating with a Cloud9, weapon skin.
Well, and you could
That's
do
a little
that.
bit more. Yeah, and like because in Halo 5 you have like the maybe like the Optic Gaming like pistol and then like the I don't know Team Liquid like AR or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
Like
Yeah.
To be honest with you guys, I would not be surprised that whenever they do their competitive Halo showcase, whenever that may be, if they don't just
Didn't see it.
they're gonna announce skins. I
They have
100%
to
think
do
so.
it. They should.
imagine, oh man, the Sentinels
Because
colors
they're
go way
because
too hard
what?
for them not to.
It's
What
what
is it?
everyone wanted in Halo
Cloud9.
5.
Well, because it's Cloud9, Sentinels, Envy. Like, there's already gigantic orgs, and they've been in it for a while. Like,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I feel like there has to be skins in the game.
I don't think they'd be
Yeah.
in it like that if there wasn't stuff like that like guaranteed.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I think they will be there, but they're waiting for like their competitive, thing to show it off.
Whenever they
Right, I
announce
agree.
that, like whenever they have their official like HCS like season announcement stuff, I feel like it's going to be huge. Like I think there's going to be some like really surprising numbers like as far as prize pools. I think it's going to be huge.
Like when
I'm
they
still
release like a
interested in
roadmap or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in seeing the roadmap because I still think it's going to be like majors and minors where you earn, points to get into a major.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
think.
what I'm
Yeah, I
because they
think
said
something.
they're gonna have like the smaller grassroots tournaments involved, and they'd give like a few like qualifier points or whatever.
Yeah. Do you think they'll be open bracket? Most of these?
The minors, I think, will be.
Yeah, not
Oh,
the
for sure
majors.
the
Like
minors will be.
you'd have
I
to
think the
qualify.
majors are going to be like you're going to need to earn a certain amount of points in order to be able to get into a major.
Yeah.
I bet it'll
Do
be
you think
like
we get crowdfunding?
I hope so.
I think Worlds will be a crowdfunding.
I think it's
Yeah,
got to
Oh,
be
it has
agree.
to.
with
It
there's
have
going
to.
to be so many microtransactions. I feel like part of that has to go to the esports side.
Yeah,
Well, I
especially
mean, shit,
the
you
team
have
skin.
you have a battle pass. So I mean, fuck.
I think
Why not?
it's going to be no. See the battle pass. What I think about that, I don't think battle pass will go towards prize money because battle pass is paying for the player.
Right.
So I think when you buy, HCS skins or part of the team skins goes to prize, other part goes to the org type of thing.
Yeah.
I think that type of stuff will go towards the prize pool.
Sure.
Battle pass, I just figured that's what's going to be paying for multiplayer.
Mm.
I
Since you
can't
can
wait
that.
for Smackdown to bring TSM over.
Dude, that's what I was thinking.
Bro, that would
Like
be
this whole
crazy.
time, I'm like,
Oh,
TSM
dude.
United's been teasing a Halo team for like 10 years.
there's no way United doesn't have.
Yeah.
They're
that
like
makes me happy.
pretty much telling us already that they're gonna
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah, I already
Dude,
have
they're
my
literally
congrats tweet drafted.
like honestly, this is gonna sound like really like almost like an insult, but they're in Gears of War,
United?
and I don't think Gears of War is that like booming.
And
No,
they grabbed a PUBG team for the final that just happened.
I didn't know PUBG was still a thing.
me either. It's big in
PUBG,
like Korea, I
honestly,
think.
PUBG is the best, in my opinion, the best battle royale esport to watch.
Man, Battle Royale sucks.
From a
I don't
spectator.
know. I don't know if you guys saw like the clips or from this last Apex tournament, but
No, but I watched it and it was
wild.
awesome. But it's just constantly switching first person.
Yeah.
Person.
Well, it's like
PUBG,
it's like the
does
pace of
the
the game.
huge.
Yeah.
PUBG does the big, broader
Third
version.
person camera. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
dude,
floating around
Apex,
the map.
bro, they're
But
a
Apex
little
was
indie
nutty.
company. They're a small indie company. They just started, man. Give them a chance. They can't have the technology for really good broadcasting. They just can't. Not yet. They need 5 more years, maybe.
I believe
Dude,
they're
I'm over
associated
Apex.
with
I hate Apex so
it's
much.
a small company called Electronic Arts.
Yeah, I don't know
Maybe
if you heard of
them.
them.
Yeah,
So wait,
but-
okay, so wait. Speaking of the team skin thing, are there emblems in this game?
Emblems?
They
Like for
didn't
your
like
own.
emblems.
show anything,
yeah. No,
I think.
he says it though. He says armor emblems when he's
Okay.
talking about all the things you can customize.
Oh, cool.
Okay, they just didn't show anything on the. You didn't see anything on the Spartans' arms, and I know since they're getting rid of the red versus blue thing,
Yeah.
I wasn't
I,
sure.
I bet you they're just they were trying to cover all like the new features or features perhaps that were like
I mean,
more
yeah, that's true.
different, right? So
I
like they didn't
mean,
highlight
because you
things that are like legacy, you know?
right, yeah, because I mean, you
Mhm.
probably would think, well, yeah, of course they're going to be in there, but you never know, man.
Yeah, you
Three
never
for
you know.
three, 343 is kind of wild
On the
sometimes.
chopping block, everything's on the fucking table.
How do you feel
The other
about
thing I
Yeah.
thought was really cool, I loved, was the prosthetics. I thought that looked badass.
I didn't even see that. I saw you tweet about it and I was like, I wonder what he's talking
in
about. And I
Reach?
When
You could
he
get one
he mentions
prosthetic.
it, and the left arm goes,
oh
when
like
he's going through, it goes from a regular human arm to
Yeah,
prosthetic, like a robot arm.
oh I did
It
like that
yeah.
in Halo
So,
Reach. Halo
so
Reach
if you
is
want a
dope for
main
that.
octane in Halo, you can.
Yeah.
Just robot legs. Torso's just massive. Freaking legs are like skinny.
Exactly.
That'd be funny.
What was it? I had something. It'll come back to me
Yeah,
while we're talking. But
yeah. Prosthetics are dope. I wonder how much you can customize with that. Should be cool. Oh,
I lost
I'm
it.
still
Well,
curious about
Okay.
what did you guys think of the outline?
I mean, I'm fine with it, I guess, but I'm
outline.
probably gonna get confused. Like, I'm gonna think that my teammates are the enemies, and my enemies are my teammates.
Wait, that's what
Wait,
I
what
was
do you
going to
mean?
talk about.
Why would you get confused though if you set it to what colors you want?
Well, because the outlines weren't that thick; they were like very thin.
Well, that's what. Yeah, I'm wondering if you can set the thickness.
Yeah, because
I
like
want it
literally,
thick
like
with like
I don't mind
forces.
the outline. I mean, honestly, I would rather have red versus blue colors, like to be real, but I'm not like that's not like gonna make me, oh my god, Halo Infinite's the trashiest game of all time or anything.
So
See, what I think they're gonna do, or what they should do, as far as competitive from a spectator point of view, is, since anyone can set, they're gonna have a multiple different colors that you can set. But when you're watching it from a spectator point of view, it's set to red versus.
Oh yeah,
So,
okay.
like, if, like, because say you have Frosty has yellow outlines, and then they switch over to Saiyan, who they're playing against, and then Saiyan also has yellow outlines. Now you're
Yeah.
confused at they're on the same team.
Mhm.
Right.
But I hope that from a spectator they set it automatically so that we see red versus blue, even though the players have other colors.
Yeah, and that's what they did in Call of Duty last year, I think, for cold. No, what was the name of it?
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare.
They, I think the players would see different things. It was just like for the broadcast that the team skins would go on the players and the guns and
Oh yeah,
stuff
they
like
do
that.
that for this year too.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, like so,
Um,
I don't see Infinite like straying away from that. That it could work.
I wonder because initially I was like, wow, this could be hard to like differentiate between your friendly and like the enemies. But like Call of Duty has just the names overheads. Like, do you
That is
think?
true. That's a
I
good,
don't know.
that's a good point, bro.
I didn't see the name over the head
No,
in the stuff, but I don't know. Like that's
I didn't
also.
see service tags either.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
No, no. Call of Duty has outlines,
I don't think
doesn't
they
it?
do they?
In a
No.
spectator, it does.
Well, in
Yeah,
No,
spectator,
yeah.
yeah. I just mean like when you're playing, when you're shooting an enemy, all you can see is his red name.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Whereas like your teammates'
That's
names, don't they
playing
always
versus
show
like
up?
yeah.
Like,
It's like spectating versus like playing though. You know, like
yeah.
that's just something you got to know.
Yeah, and
Or
yeah, like Bash just mentioned, you see your teammates through the walls in Infinite. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
interesting. That's actually I kind of
so
like that one.
that'd be even easier to determine,
So that really wasn't a thing
who's
before the Halo
enemy.
5? It was just like their little like arrow on top of their head. That's
Mhm.
all you could see before, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or like their tag or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it makes sense because if you
Okay.
do like in the past where you force red versus blue, all this customization goes to waste.
Yeah.
I think that would make for some interesting like meta gameplay. Like being able to see your teammate through the wall. Because you see what position he's holding and like maybe like baiting and stuff like that would be easier. Interesting.
Well, it kind of reminds me too, because like Bash, you probably don't remember this, but we were playing Cold War one day, and I told you that when we play Call of Duty, I use the mini map like I'll like instead of looking
In
at the
Surge,
scoreboard,
yeah.
I'll have the mini map so I can like literally see where my teammates are instead of them telling me where they are,
Bro, I
and
literally
like that
started
way
doing that because
I
you did
visually
that.
know that.
You
Yeah.
said that,
And
and I
like
literally
so,
started doing that.
well, that's what that reminds me of is that, and I was like, dude, like that's see, I like that. I like that I can see my teammates through the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, but
Yeah.
that's why I still hope for a spectator mode, I think I've said this before. I hope that we get a mini map.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I agree with you on that, Maddie. 100%.
Like from in a spectator mode, if I'm watching, I don't want to see the player's radar. I rather see a mini map there instead. So I
Yeah, no,
could
I'm
see
with
what's
you.
going on rather than having to rely on that player to turn and face a direction to know
Is
if
it
someone's there.
is it kinda are you thinking more like the way Call of Duty does their spectator minimap where it's, like, literally, like, the whole map? Or, like, are
Yeah.
you talking, like, whatever section the player is, like,
No,
The
located
whole
I
in
wanna
map.
in the map?
see the whole
Whole map?
map instead of where the radar is.
Yeah.
Only in spectator mode, not in the
Yeah.
player.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
If the
That would be
CDL had
awesome.
a
And
channel
it'd be
that
better for
just streamed
commentators.
their mini map, like it was just the full screen map, I would have that up beside the gameplay and just watch both at the same time
It's
because
funny you
it's
mentioned that
so
because
much fun to
PUBG
watch
does
that.
it. PUBG has that. PUBG
Wow.
has a separate Twitch channel where it's just the map,
That's
and you
genius.
see
That's
where everybody
actually
That's
is.
like that's
genius for
so good.
VR, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so
I'm
cool
telling
for
you,
VR.
PUBG, the game isn't the best, but from a
Yeah.
esport,
Broadcast,
from a
yeah,
spectator,
It's like a
it's the best.
gem. I feel you.
that's
We
awesome.
all have games like that.
But
Games that we
I think
gem.
for analysts and play-by-play and commentators, it's so much better because they could
Yeah.
see what's
You have
going on
more info.
everywhere, and they could
Mhm.
start saying, "Oh, look out for so and so. They're starting to push," or
Yeah.
you see exactly where they spawn rather than guessing where they
Yeah.
might spawn.
Yeah. That's cool.
I wonder
I
if it's like
uh,
showcase.
wait, you cut out there,
Yeah,
Gilly.
you're
Can you say that
cut
one more
out.
time?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm saying like I wonder when like they would announce like their competitive stuff.
I think we're gonna get a beta first, a flight.
Hmm. So you think like before the flight opens, you think they'll have like a competitive showcase kind of situation?
I think we'll get a flight and then maybe like a showcase, and then it'll go into like I think we'll get a flight, but the pros will already have information or whatever,
I
and
think they're
then
all getting into
we'll
the flight
yeah, and then
automatically.
I think we'll
Yeah.
see like a little, debut tournament for fun type of thing that shows
Mhm.
off, everything that's in competitive.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
that's wishful thinking.
That is wishful, but that would be the way to do it, I think. At the bare minimum, at least. Um, I think that yeah, I think pretty sure pros are gonna get straight into the flight, at least like the majority of them.
You
Just
hope so.
because that's how it was. Yeah, well, that's how it was with MCC. I remember Lethal got like the insider thing automatically or something like that. Like it was just like on his computer already, like downloaded. So he was
Mm.
just like, oh, cool. Or he just had to press download, but he was already in it. Like he didn't even have to ask. So I hope they're uh, that I don't know they go that route because it would suck to have them like half of them be able to play and then the other half are like trying to get in or something like
Yeah.
I can appreciate their flighting system, but I do wish it was just like an open beta.
oh dude 100%.
Like weekend 1 have an invite only beta, weekend 2 open beta. The way Call
Yeah,
of Duty does
I
it.
think well Halo Reach did that. I don't know if you remember, but Halo Reach had an open beta and dude that was so fun back then. I remember I got the beta and I was super hyped to play. And then, like at the time, I think the Magnum was as strong as the DMR, so it was basically like the Halo 5 Magnum, and that was cool.
See,
So
I
they
think
ended up nerfing it and they changed it, but it
Yeah.
was really tough.
open betas I feel like are almost like necessary because you wanna do that big stress test on the server, you know?
Yeah,
So to see because opening day there's gonna be problems. It's
no,
with every game.
every game on
So
release
you
or any
figure
battle pass on release.
you wanna stress test it as much as possible
Yeah,
before then, so you get an idea what it's gonna be like.
yeah, I agree.
Especially with a free game, it's gonna
Oh,
be
it's gonna be
Crazy.
ridiculous.
enormous amount of players.
Yeah, because it's gonna be like you got to think about like multiple households that have like different gamer kids and stuff, and then
Mhm.
on top of that, you have just a ton of people
Hmm.
that want to play this.
Yeah.
Even Halo 5 did a beta, right?
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah,
I
there
think it
was a
was like
beta.
part of
You
MCC.
had to
Uh, I wonder how they did it, or I wonder why they're not, because they haven't shut down the idea technically, right? Like they just said the fighting was a
they
thing.
said they still plan on doing dog's about to bark because someone's
You're
You're
okay.
outside.
good. You're
You're
good.
chilling.
They still plan on doing limited preview testing later this summer. That's what they said.
Hmm.
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 So to me, that is invite only and a select amount of people.
Who do I got to talk to?
Uh,
I was say, did you
sign up
guys?
for the
I assume
insider
you guys have
program.
both signed up
Hope that
already,
you're.
or all three of you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been lucky where I've had access to the flights.
Is David still here? I don't know if he's talking or not, but
Might be muted.
If he is,
You-
we can.
yeah. Sorry, David.
Um, I just signed. I signed up for it super late. Like at first, I was like, oh, like because I was at home when I watched the when I was watching the trailer. I was at my girlfriend's, so I didn't have the opportunity to like sign up right away. I think we're getting a car wash, and then I just gave up. I was like, man, there's probably so many people signing up for it. And then like 2 days later, I was reminded of it. Like it literally yesterday, I think, or the day before, maybe Monday. I don't know. And I just signed up for it. I was like, ah, whatever. I'll go
So
for it.
I signed up for it like right after the showcase thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because you know how you have to submit your DX diag note or file, whatever
Oh yeah.
that has like all your specs for your PC. So I wonder if they have like their white list of people that they always invite, you know, like
Mhm.
pro players and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then I wonder if they have some kind of tool that searches through, so they pick a variety of different machines to see how it operates on like high end
Oh,
PCs, low end PCs.
Original
true.
Xbox One consoles, hopefully.
Yeah. No, I bet you they're looking into all that for sure. I
That's my
wonder.
guess.
I wonder if they're gonna flight it to. And this is something I just thought of. I don't know if you guys have, or if it's obvious to you guys, but I wonder if they're gonna do that with like influencers or like whatever, like big Twitch
Like
streamers or something like that. Like
Courage.
I wonder.
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like a Tim the Tap Man or obviously like a Ninja. Like if they're just gonna give them like a special email to like, hey, yo, sign up for the flight. It's going live on this
Yeah.
day.
Well, that's because that's the other thing is
If you want to wait.
if they only do these limited pre-release previews that they said, that's quoting it, limited pre-release preview. Are they going to be able to broadcast it?
That's also true.
I assume so. Like,
You would
eh,
think so because it's only
yeah.
going to get hype, like people getting hyped up for it. But at the same time, they might not because if they're trying to find if the game's still there's a lot of bugs or whatever.
I feel
Even
like
though that's what a flight is for, is to find bugs, but you know what I mean.
I feel like there's no way they like. Obviously, they can say, hey, like don't broadcast this, don't post videos of it, but at the same time, like they know people are going to, so I feel like they're
Yeah,
probably
no,
just
I
gonna do
don't
it.
think yeah, no, I think that's too hard to, like, mitigate low key, like, it's too
I've
hard
I
to
I've
you
had
know?
betas where they were like, you're not allowed to broadcast.
Hmm,
You can't same like you just said, you can't post, and then you
But
see
was it
Nintendo
like
do it all the time. Nintendo takes down stuff left and right.
yeah.
yeah?
I don't see them yeah, I just can't see them doing this only because it's, like, a free to play game, and you like, the expectation's too high for you to want like, because that's, like that feels, like, wishful to me. Like, them not wanting to like, if that's the case and that's how they're gonna do it, like, it's,
Yeah.
like, wishful to assume nobody's gonna, like, post anything.
Well,
I'm
but
sure they'll take it down, but
if you have like 100 people that you invite, you have a list of that 100 people. So if you go to their
yeah.
channel and you see them streaming, it's like, all right, well,
I
let's
mean,
go
who's not
check
gonna
let's
yeah,
go check these people and see if they're posting stuff they shouldn't be.
yeah. Or, like, I'm sure they'll take it down, like, they'll DMCA strike it right away if it goes up on,
Yeah.
like, YouTube, but people will do it. It's not like
Yeah, you're always gonna
someone's
get
gonna.
yeah, especially because if they're picking random people based off of like hardware specs, there's gonna be one guy who does it, and to get
Little
their clout
scumbag.
type. To get their
Yeah.
clout.
They picked the one guy with the shittiest computer, he's like, "You son of a bitch." He's like, "I'm in." That's
Yeah,
gonna be
That's
good.
funny.
I do like I said, though, I do hope they are able or they do send it to, like, big streamers and stuff because I would like to see
yeah.
a bigger reaction from people or just reactions in
It's like more
general
eyes
because,
on it.
I
yeah, because
think either
I
way, if you can broadcast it or record it or not, I think either way they're still gonna send it to them to get
yeah.
their input.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. I was gonna say it'd be cool because like Summit was going through his phase of talking about Halo 5 like last year or something, and that was really cool to see. Even though like a lot of the chat was just confused, like 'cause it's not a new game at all.
He
And he was
was
just like
he was co-streaming that
debuting.
one tournament, and
Yeah.
he brought like 80,000 viewers
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, and he was also like showing old footage of like Frosty and like talking about how the skill gap in the game, and he was just like praising it. To me, that was wild. I was like, "What the hell? Like, why?"
It was nutty because he said I think he said like during that stream whatever he said he's like this is what should have come after Halo CE or something like that. He's like, this is the right like way. Halo went in the right direction with Halo 5. Like he was all for the advanced movement and all that.
Yeah. I'm okay with the advanced movement in Halo 5. I think it did offer like a bigger skill gap than non-advanced, just
Yeah,
regular
I mean,
movement, I guess.
it's definitely like I think they're doing it right with Halo Infinite. And it looks like they're doing it
Yeah.
low floor, and it looks like the high ceiling could be ridiculous
With the grapple.
with with the equipment. Like
Or
I
like the
put out a
equipment, yeah,
shot
for
where
sure.
like I pictured in my head, I imagined someone with the shotgun. They grab the grapple, they grapple like across the map, whatever, to a certain point, and when they're coming down, they land on a ramp and they slide down the ramp and they shoot another person who drops the repulsor, that deflection thing, and then they grab the repulsor and use that to push themselves up onto a platform and like secure an objective.
Jeez.
Like I'm just picturing stuff like that in my head.
Yeah.
That's
I'm trying to
insane.
think of I'm trying to think of games like a Valorant where utility or equipment is like useful and can
Or
be kind not abused but can be pushed to its limits. Like even characters like a sage who can create a wall, and it's just like a big wall, and people can use it to get on top of other platforms, things like that. Like
Mhm.
being able to see how people get creative with the equipment in Halo Infinite in a way that isn't uh that doesn't compromise my own gameplay and make me get spawn killed or something like that crazy, but seeing it be pushed to its limits in a creative and fun like way, I think would be pretty awesome.
that's one thing I'm kind of worried about with the grapple is that I mean I'm hoping there's not like a bunch of spots that you can only get to by grappling.
Yeah.
Like I hope there's a few of them, like
Yeah.
few, but there's not like little ledges on
Yeah.
walls that are you're not supposed to be able to stand on them, but you can type of thing.
Yeah. Even with stuff like that, though, you'd hope that they'd nerf or patch like later on, kind of like Coliseum,
Yeah.
where like Frosty climbed on top of Blue Base
Oh
and
my
was
gosh,
just
that was
like
so
raining
awesome.
hell because it was just part of the game, like. And then after that, it just got patched and things like that. So I'm sure at first, for sure, we'll see some spots, and a year later, we'll probably find some new spots. But give it some time, and I don't think it'll be like anything too wild. I think they're probably ready for it. You got to
Hon-
assume to some extent.
Honestly, my only complaint with everything they showed was they did not have like an actual date.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That
Yeah.
that it bothers me. I can't lie. I don't know if they're hoping they could put it out sooner than like a specific date they had, but I mean,
It's not going to come out sooner.
I just
I'm
But
I'm calling
what is
the
sooner?
16th.
There is no date. So what is
well, I
soon?
mean like
Well,
like
before November.
Yeah. Did you guys see that Flamesword tweet? He was just like, "Wait, which holiday?" Because like Fourth of
yeah,
July
yeah,
is
that was
like
funny.
next week
Uh,
or like 2 weeks or
cause yeah,
whatever.
Well,
that
Like,
because
that tweet
Phil
that you
Spencer
just sent.
says Phil Spencer said they want to release what was it, a game a month or something like that.
Yeah, 6 games in
So
6 months.
July 27th, Microsoft Flight Simulator on Xbox. August
cool.
25th, Psychonauts 2. October
Fire.
12th, Back for Blood. October 28th, Age of Empires. November 9th, Forza Horizon. And then the next would be
Is it
Halo Infinite.
Forza or Forza?
Forza.
I always
What
call it
the
Forza.
hell? That does not sound cool.
Well,
Continue.
because isn't it
Doesn't matter anymore. We're
foreign
past it.
language?
What's December coming? Just kidding.
So December seems to be when Halo Infinite, because that's the next month and that's the next game.
December.
Right. I'm
Get Forza out of here, man.
I'm holding on to November 16th. I'm still gonna hold on to that.
Push Forza back. No one
Because you
cares.
said that there was
And
2 games coming out in October and none in September.
no, there's one in October.
You
Age
said
of
October
Empire.
12th.
Oh no, there is two. Back for Blood
Dude,
and Age of Empire.
low key, I might play Age of Empires. Not to switch the subject completely, but
I'm playing Back for Blood
I'm playing Forza for
dude,
sure.
I used to be a big Age of Empires back in the day, dude. When I was a little PC gamer at 8 years old, I'd kill it.
But so I'm saying November 16th. I told you this, I think,
hmm
right?
hmm
My logic is Bonnie Ross did that tweet
20 years.
saying, 20-year anniversary. So the 20-year
hmm
anniversary would be November 15th.
Yeah.
But November 15th this year is a Monday, and
Yeah.
games release on Tuesdays. So that would be the 16th.
Yeah.
So that's
And
my logic.
it's very
And it's
fitting
a
as well.
holiday.
Yeah, and it's very fitting because my birthday's the 15th, and I just can see Bonnie coming through for your boy. I mean,
Yeah, she's like,
there's no other way to
we
say
gotta
it.
do it for Lewis.
That's amazing.
She's like, we hooked him up on his 7th birthday. We got to hook him up on his, oh my God, 27th. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So all in all,
That's my age.
all in all, I feel like it's a general excitement. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Everything
Oh yeah,
a positive, very positive reactions.
I just want to play it already.
Yeah,
I
same.
think that's
I just want
everybody.
to play.
I think everybody now is just like, we see the finish line, so we're just like foaming at the
Yeah.
mouth, like, oh, it's coming.
No,
It's so close.
I'm definitely with you guys. We can talk about the CDL just a little bit because there is LAN.
Yeah, to wrap up with it.
LAN is coming back this weekend. It actually starts tomorrow? Tomorrow at 2 p.m. my time. So I can't wait to not watch that while I'm at work still. But LAN's back, Major 4, and I am
excited.
so excited for this. We talked about it. We might try to do like a watch along during the finals, which would be fun.
I'd be down.
But I don't know. I mean, what do you guys? Any expectations? Anything you're specifically looking forward to?
New York Subliners, the whole thing.
That's so intriguing.
Even with the sub,
dude. I'm like
I
worried about that.
don't know. No, yeah, it's. Did they even say who they didn't have anyone yet, right?
They picked
yeah,
up
they just
Decimate?
announced it. They announced it yesterday.
If they lose,
I don't think they're gonna.
If they
I don't
lose
think they're
round one,
winning.
is he gonna quit before the major's over, or just like he did on Seattle? I mean,
just one series. All right, that's my limit.
My whole thing is, what happened to like Diamond Con?
He's in Canada.
He's
as well.
in the Challengers.
Oh, he's Canadian. I didn't know that.
That's what they're saying on the flank. He's in the same
alright.
situation. But
I am excited to watch Atlanta FaZe win yet another tournament. However, for the other teams, I hope they put up a good fight because it would be very entertaining. Especially somebody like LA Thieves. I hope they make at least like a top 4 run. That'd be interesting.
That'd be cool.
Will they? I don't know. It's hard to get past
I just want
Ultra
Hook,
or sub.
like,
But
I love New York, but I just want Hook to.
we want him to thrive.
I
I want him to win, just so anyone, like, granted, most people are on his side about or off supporting him.
Dude, he
but
smokes
just
so
he
sincere.
can, whatever
Well,
happened with Dallas, it obviously isn't good, and I just want him to be able to just rub it in his face because I'm spiteful.
Did you see Crimsix? Crimsix put out a bunch of tweets, and he also tweeted that sometime this next week after the major, he's gonna put out a video for his side.
Yeah, he's gonna. The thing that got me about that, he said he talked to like legal people. Yeah. And then they all decided like this was the best thing to do. I'm like, I guarantee you, a lawyer could give a fuck. This, your drama. He said, she said, drama. No one's, Hook didn't smear his name. He's not slandering him. Right. It's everyone there. So now Quim's like, well, I gotta come out and say something because everyone's suspecting.
Did you see? I think it was a tweet. He basically said that he was calling out Hook for saying that like his teammates didn't really reach out to him. He's like, I almost crashed my Porsche while I was driving, trying to call Hook to see if he was okay. And anyone who knows me knows that's one of my passions. It's like,
yeah,
dude, so
it was like
at driving, like what?
Yeah, it was like the one. It was exactly what I felt with when I saw what Hastro had posted. Like, oh, we support you, brother. Like, I'm so sorry you went through that, but we did give him. We told him 2 weeks ahead of time that like, hey, we might drop you. And Hook's like, in his video, he comes off so sincere. It's so hard to not be 100% on his side, especially when like Hastro's the head of like this insane organization, and he has to save face. So the thing with Krim to me is like, I don't know. I think maybe from his perspective, he thought maybe he's trying to put up a fight and like even lie to himself, like, oh, maybe I didn't do. I don't think I was that in the wrong about it. Like, I don't know if he's telling the truth completely, but
he's coming out and saying it like, oh, I'm going to tell you the real truth about Hook, and it's like, but Hook didn't name anybody. Like he said, yeah, his teammates. So all Krim really has to do is just come out and say, hey, we did try and check on him, and this was it. It sounds like he's going to come out with some video that's like going to like, the truth behind who he really is, type of thing.
To me, what
like, it sounds like he's going to try and like put
he's
him down.
Actually on psychedelics,
he's a drug addict, and this and that. Yeah. It sounds like he's going to try and ruin him.
What I got from Crimsix's response to all this is that all the stuff that Hook was talking about that seemed like one person on that team was awful basically confirms it's Crimsix, because why would he feel
Right.
this?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Crimsix has to be the one that was coming after Hook. Like, why are you eating healthy? Like, bro, I'm sorry, but if I start eating salads for lunch and one of my coworkers is like, "Dude, why are you eating a salad?" I'd be like, "Step off, man. Like, let me be me." Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just, I'm excited to see the video because I feel like it's not going to be good. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
it's
I
going to
don't think
make
so either.
Crimsix look any better.
It depends. Like I could be wrong, and he could put out a video, and it is like has class to it, and it's not a thing like trying to put Hook down type of deal. It's just
Yeah.
explaining because there's two sides to every story always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could just be like, hey, this is my side, and he could do it in a way that doesn't attack Hook, but
Yeah.
I feel like it is going to attack Hook because
I
I think
definitely.
he's
it's hard.
tired of
Yeah.
everyone else's.
I think it'll be hard to defend yourself. It's always hard to defend yourself without putting somebody else down, especially when you're being like accused of something or when something is going on in that sense. So I think it's gonna be really hard for him to even make a dent in the community with whatever he says already, unless he
Mm.
comes with like some crazy facts and it does turn out that Hook is insane or something. But I don't see that
I
being the
doubt
case.
it. How crazy is
Yeah.
it that?
And even still, it's even unless, like you said, like he's gonna have his stuff to say, and then even after that, it's he said, she said.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
crazy is it that Formal and Crimsix had beef, and Crimsix came at him with something like pretty legitimate, and then literally what, a day later, maybe it was Crimsix just getting like roasted by everyone. Like, I
But
don't
that's
know.
not. I still don't blame Hook for that.
No, I don't at all.
Yeah.
No, it's just kind of funny because Crimsix randomly just decides to go after Formal, and
Yeah.
then the timing of it, it's like, wow, Crimsix, like you really have no place to talk at all.
What's what I said in the one podcast. I don't know if that was last week, but I was like, is Crim Six bad guy?
Yeah, yeah. I think that was last week.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
we'll see.
I think he's just defensive and I don't know.
He's very
It's
intense.
weird.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
the way he goes about his business is not how most people in the
Yeah.
community do. I think
Yeah. I think
he takes it
yeah.
way more serious than anyone else does, which is show.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
just
he's
local.
like the winningest COD player ever. Like it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
There's a
takes it
reason
like
why he is that way.
he treats it like a professional. All right, we say we're going to practice at this time. Be here at this time.
I can
Yeah.
respect that. It's just
Oh yeah, I'm
when you
like that
take it
too. If
too
I say I'm
far.
going to be somewhere, I'm there early or I'm there like
Mhm.
But
I hate waiting for people, so I don't let myself do that.
I agree.
no, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to this major. I
I'm excited for Atlanta.
just want to see
Me
Land, man.
too.
I wish the casters were there. I feel like that would add to it. I know there's not gonna be a crowd, but
Yeah.
as long as I can see Scump stand up and Formal stand up after they stomp Empire round one and just yell at Crimsix, I'll be happy.
Who
It's gonna be
who
great.
do you guys have top 4 for this tournament? I'm curious. I don't know if you guys have done your pick'ems or not, but
I
I
have
just
haven't
like
done them yet. I'm looking at it right now.
just based off of the situations with like New York and all that, and you completely not your own bias about the state. Who do you think is going to be top 4?
Let me see if this will load. I mean, obviously, I have Optic winning the whole thing because why not?
Really?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, well, dude, it's Land. Come on. Let's see. I have FaZe, Optic, Toronto, and Subliner still. Honestly,
FaZe, Optic, Toronto, and the New York. Okay.
yeah. So really
See,
not
Yeah.
that surprising.
I'm going FaZe, Toronto, Optic. I'm torn actually between New York, Optic, and Florida because I think Florida is going to have a good.
Florida. Okay.
Is it
Yeah, I
Florida
think it's going to be
lose?
there. It's going to be there one of their weeks where they're
You
just
think
like,
they're
"Hey,
going to
we're on."
lose a bracket run? Oh, I don't
It could
know.
happen.
I mean, they are. If they probably are going to play Thieves their first match, which is
Yeah.
You would think
Tough.
I
so.
don't know.
It's tough. So I
All
had
right,
these
so I'm
winning
going
that.
FaZe, Toronto, Optic, New York.
Okay, fair. I think the fourth spot in that top, because I think the top 3 is like clear if things continue to go the way they've been going. right? So FaZe Toronto, FaZe Toronto, Optic. I think pretty clear top three. You never know. But the fourth spot is weird because to me, it's a battle between three teams. It's either the Thieves, Empire, or New York.
I think
Em-
if
they're just the other teams that I could see making something happen.
New York had their full roster, Optic would be the team that
Oh,
was like that fourth team questionable. Because I
true.
think New York, Toronto, and Atlanta are the three best teams.
Yeah. Actually, no, I would still have Optic top four, honestly.
Oh,
If
they
if
just
New York
lost to
was a full
Surge, man. I'm
roster,
tripping.
no. I think if New York still had their full roster, because New York's second matchup is FaZe if they win against
Right.
Rocker.
Yeah.
They don't have a good track record against FaZe, but they do because last tournament they actually beat them, I think, in like winners finals, or didn't they, or
Yeah.
something? I don't
Yeah,
remember,
they
Yeah.
beat
right?
them.
Something
They
like that
beat them.
happened. So it's either Optic in the winners final, because Optic would have to beat Ultra, and they were one round away from doing that last time. I don't know if history is going to repeat itself again because Optic has to play Ultra second round in, and I don't see Optic losing against Empire.
I
So
don't either. I don't think so.
and with Ultra, dude, it's weird because they also lost to Florida. I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
they lost to Florida, and Optic lost to considerably a worse team in Surge.
Oh,
However,
definitely
Surge
worse.
did look nasty. Surge looked nasty during that game, or during that match specifically. And I don't know if that's on Optic doing bad because it didn't really look like it. It literally just looked like Surge was playing up to their potential, because I mean that's three veterans right there, three
I
people
looked at
that
the stats, and they
just
seemed like
disgusting
very
players.
close. It didn't seem like anybody really like didn't perform well. The
Yeah,
stats were
it
all
looked like
super
it was
close.
just. I think somebody said that. Somebody said like it was just key gunfights that they weren't
Yeah.
winning, which could happen. It's Call of Duty. It's like if you don't win consistent key gunfights, like you're gonna throw away the match.
Oh yeah.
So I think if dude, I don't know, that Optic Ultra series and winners round two is gonna be pretty wild. I think that'll set the tone for the tournament. I think
I
because if
agree with you.
Optic goes into losers after that, I think it gets dicey. Because I see LA Thieves getting to uh, elimination round four, and then losing to the Ultra because I voted for Optic to win the Ultra
Mhm.
uh, Chicago like matchup, just because I want to see it happen,
Yeah.
But then I have Ultra kind of mopping the floor on that side of the losers bracket, and the other side is just Empire. Like
Yeah.
Empire has a clear
Empire.
shot to make it back to top four. So I'm just saying, I don't know, it's gonna be wild.
I'm excited just
I'm ready,
because
man.
it's LAN.
Oh man,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
gonna be
like,
Chicago Dallas first game
bro,
too, or
everything
second
is
game, or
on the
whatever.
table. Like it's not.
Cool.
There's no online this, online that. It is
Yeah.
LAN, and
PCs.
it's like if you don't perform, you
Got
suck.
1080 Ts in there. Yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm so excited. I
Yeah.
cannot wait. Starts
How do
tomorrow.
you think the formal Crim Six is gonna go? Do you think
I
history is
already
gonna
said
repeat
it, man.
itself?
I think
Yeah.
Formal's gonna just rip him off
Mob
every
them.
heady in the map. I can't wait.
I just want to see him talk shit to
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to
excited
see
for
them
that,
stand
dude.
up and just
Oh, the
yell
shit
like,
talk.
oh, all like basically it's like a year and a half, almost
Yeah.
2 full years of just like crap to talk, and I
Yeah.
cannot wait. It's gonna be
Yeah.
wild.
Should be fun. I yeah, even in like the Valorant stage with that for that major, like them yelling across like this
Oh
huge
yeah,
room.
version
I
1 was
didn't
screaming. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
I was
it,
like, I
dude.
don't really see it. No, I was like, because they're so far,
Oh
and their whole monitor, they sit this close to their monitor, like they cannot see you, buddy. Like they have no idea what you're doing. So
Version
like
1
to
though, they were holding up their arms to make sure they could see him.
Yeah, but
That's
you just
amazing.
you
Oh
just get
yeah,
closer to your
yeah.
monitor when you get shit on, like. But I'm saying like with COD, it's like usually they're or like regular stages, usually people are like next to you, and they're usually looking forward, but
Well, I
you
think they
catch a little
showed
glimpse of something.
Optic tweeted like 3 days till LAN or whatever, like a couple days ago, and I think that they showed the what is the place? It's the esports stadium, correct?
Yeah.
They showed. I think it was main stage, and it
Alright.
had like Optic gaming on all the screens and everything. So I
Oh,
mean,
cool.
I assume it's gonna be the standard,
Yeah, it
the
is.
usual stage setup.
Mhm.
So
I'm saying too though, like with the Valorant thing, I didn't feel the passion as much because it's a
yeah,
new game and it was rosters fighting from across the world. These guys got no beef whatsoever.
yeah.
There's no storylines.
This
So
is
to me, I'm
like
like, yeah, they're
years and
yelling and it's
years of
cool, but
storylines.
yeah. plus like just ongoing feuds and super dope. I'm hype.
No, I'm excited.
And then I'm just excited for Halo Land.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Can't look at
Give
my
me a
ticket.
date. Tell me when that game is coming out. That's all I'm asking
Yeah.
for. That's all I need.
True.
But make sure you guys fill out your pick'ems if you haven't already.
Already did.
And if you're
Let's go.
watching or listening, you can also do that. Just find the Average Bros podcast group on the Call of Duty Pick'ems website. And yeah, we'll I don't know what rules are on streaming along with the Call of Duty stuff. I don't think you can.
Nothing. You can.
Can you? Can you like show it
Yeah.
on stream?
Yeah. It's only other members that are involved with the Call of Duty League that cannot.
Okay. So
Which
maybe
is dumb.
if we we could definitely record it, or we could just, even if we wanted to stream it, if people wanted to watch with us,
Yeah.
or if we just want to watch it just us, it doesn't matter to me. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And thanks everybody for hanging out, listening, and
Yeah, man.
hopefully everybody will be back next week. We'll have a full squad. We had a full squad for a while, but yeah, just go Optic. What?
What?
All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.